Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 5 and today we will discuss about application architecture. Before starting the presentation, we will introduce our group members. My name is Dimas Nugroho Asidik and my teammate is Desmita Aprilia. What is application? An application program or application is a computer program designed to carry out a specific task other than one relating to the operation of the computer itself, typically to be used by end user. In information technology, application program or application software is a software program designed to help people perform an activity. Depending on the activity for which is designed, an application can be multiplied text, number, audio, graphic, and a combination of these elements. Application consists of three types. Desktop application, also referred to as an application program or application software, is a computer software package that performs a specific function directly for an end user, or in some cases, for another application. An application can be self-contained or a group of programs. The program is a set of operations that runs the application for the user. Mobile applications are a move away from the integrated software system generally found on PC, although applications may have avoid multitasking because of the limited hardware resource of the early mobile device. The simplest mobile apps take PC-based applications and port them to a mobile device. Web application is a client-side and server-side software application in which the client runs or requests in a web browser. In computer system, common web applications include email, online retail sales, online application, Wikipedia, instant message service, and more. Many companies are shifting their focus to web applications that can be delivered as software as a service. What is application architecture? Application architecture is the science and art of ensuring applications are suitable for use by organizations in creating scalable, realizable, available, and easy to manage applications that will be used to implement information system. The application architecture becomes an application design consisting of components that interact with each other. Application architecture is also known as application infrastructure. In addition, the application architecture is also a way of communicating components through a network of incorrect network. In information system, application architecture or application architecture is one of several architectural domains that make up the pillar of enterprise architecture. Type of application architecture. There are several types of application architecture, namely end-tier, union architecture, port and adapter, command query responsibility segregation. End-tier type is an architecture that has several layers. The layer level are presentation layer hold the part that the user can interact with API. Business logic layer holds all the logic related to the business requirement. The data layer usually holds UML to access the database. Union architecture type is to place the domain and service layer at the center of your application and externalize the presentation and infrastructure. In the following order, user interface as outermost position, application service, domain service, and the domain model as the innermost position. Port and adapter type is the application is central to your system. All the input and output reach or leave the core of the application through a port. This port isolates the application from external technology, tool, and delivery method. And finally, the common query responsibility segregation type is the type that read address and return into shared model using command to update data and query to read data.
And the next, I want to explain about advantage of disadvantage about the type. And first, you want to explain about advantage of disadvantages of NTR. And the first advantage of NTR is simple web application. And the second, migrating an on-premises application to Azure with minimal refactoring. And the third, unified development of on-premises and cloud application. And disadvantage of NTR is it's easy to end up with a middle tier that just screwed operation of the database, adding extra latency without doing any useful work. And the second, monolithic design prevents independent deployment of features. And the third, make it difficult for developers to change an application and for operation teams to scale the application up and down too much. Next, I want to explain about advantage of port and adapters. Now, first, using this port or adapter design. And the second, tools and delivery mechanism. And the last, making it easier and faster to test and to replace implementation. And disadvantage of port and adapters is, but pattern used in direction decoupling, so performance could be effective because of intermediate classes. And two, adapters are traditionally polymorphic in OO. And the next, advantage of onion architecture. First, application architecture is built on top of a domain model. And the second, no dependencies of internal layer with external layers. And the third, couplings are toward the center. And the last, flexible and sustainable and portable architecture. And this advantage of running architecture is not easy to understand for beginners. And the second, sometimes it is not clear how to split responsibilities between layers. Next. I want to explain about advantage of CQRS. First, separating write activity from ready activities allow you to use the base database technology for the text at hand. Second, read activity tends to be more frequent than writing. And third, separating write from read activity leads to more efficient scaling of storage capacity based on real-world usage. And this advantage of CQRS is supporting the security pattern requires expertise in variety of database technologies. And the second, ensuring data consistency requires special consideration in terms of service level agreements. And the third, using a large number of database means more points of failure. Yeah, this all from our presentation. Thank you for the great attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.